There are many different reasons we buy and wear the clothes we do. We choose clothes for practical reasons, such as weather and comfort. We also wear the clothes we do for psychological reasons. These include wanting to feel powerful, to feel attractive, and to show our creativity and personality. Wearing certain styles affects how we feel about ourselves and how other people see us. We may care about the latest trendy fashion by popular designers, or we may prefer practical clothes. And finally, we make our clothing choices for social reasons, such as showing we want to fit in with a group, or making a statement about our beliefs. The environment is another reason that clothing choice is important. The clothes we buy and wear have an impact on the planet. This is known as our fashion footprint. Each one of us has our own individual footprint. We need to take responsibility for our clothing decisions and do our part to reduce our fashion footprints. A lot of our clothing is made from natural materials, such as cotton, wool, leather, and silk. Synthetic materials, such as nylon and polyester, are also very popular. But all of these materials, whether natural or synthetic, affect the environment. For example, many toxic chemicals are used to make leather shoes. The manufacture of cotton jeans requires enormous amounts of water and energy. And if dyes are used to color any of these materials, then even more water, energy, and toxic chemicals are required.
Nearly 2 billion pairs of jeans are made every year. Cotton and other materials are sent to the factory where the jeans are assembled. Jeans are then shipped to a warehouse and later sent to retailers. Jeans can travel up to 65,000 kilometers before they're purchased by a customer. With every step in the process, the cost of jeans goes up. Did you know that when you buy a pair of jeans, you might be paying more than 400 times the cost of manufacture?
A passion for fashion. Pursuing a dream isn't just for grown-ups. These young designers grew up with a passion for fashion and for helping others. Santana Draper is a young entrepreneur with a giving spirit. When he was very young, he overheard adults discussing a terrible storm. The storm affected families and left their children without holiday presents. Santana offered to give his toys away as gifts for the children. He said that he could make more toys for himself out of paper. The name of his company today? Paper Toy Clothing. Santana's parents supported his creativity and decided to have some of his sketches printed on T-shirts. People who saw Santana's work wanted to know where they could purchase the T-shirts, and an online fashion business was born. He designs T-shirts for males from 10 to 25 years old, and he has created a Wear and Give program to give back to his community. For each T-shirt a customer buys, part of the sale price goes towards a program to feed hungry children. I want to inspire boys and young men to action by producing wearable art that lives with you, Santana says. Teenage entrepreneur Maya Penn was only 8 years old when she started her first business, Maya's Ideas. She makes eco-friendly clothing and accessories that are sold in many countries, including Australia, Canada, Denmark, and Italy. When Maya was very young, her mother taught her to sew. Maya would find pieces of fabric around the house to turn into a scarf or hat. When she wore her creations in public, people would stop her and ask where they could buy them. Even before she opened her business, Maya knew she wanted her clothes to reflect her beliefs. She decided that her items had to be eco-friendly, and that she would donate 10 to 20% of her profits to charities and environmental organisations. I've had a passion for protecting the environment and its creatures since I was little, Maya says.
The garb age. Fashion is about excess, about wanting more. It's indulgent, vain, selfish to the core. Excess is euphemism for avoidable waste. Buying without need is in poor taste. In a finite world, resources are scarce. Surplus drains, and earth has no spares. Fads repeat like history. Dated becomes news. Reduce, repurpose, recycle, upcycle and reuse. Fight a failing model. Save scraps. Set the stage. Sew your own designs, but don't let your garb age.